Major lifestyle change is no joke. I cannot stress enough how challenging and difficult it is to change any small habit that you do, let alone to change everything about yourself. Last week we talked about being transformed, becoming something so different that you can't go back to that old version of yourself. Even if you try, you just won't feel right anymore. That's the ultimate goal, to feel comfortable being this new version of you, becoming who you always wanted to be but never thought you could be. If you're anything like me, you've probably spent your entire life talking yourself out of things before you even start them. Change is not going to be any different. Any step you take towards becoming your ideal version of you is going to be met with resistance. You've been formed and shaped to believe that doing what is easiest is what is best. Your inner voice is negative and has a lot of legitimate excuses as to why you shouldn't bother. You're tired. You're upset. You're justified. You are a victim of life. And you deserve a treat, a break, and some sympathy. But if you want to be different, you have to think different. If you ask anyone who's done the impossible, stopped doing drugs, quit drinking, gave up smoking cigarettes, or lost a significant amount of weight, they'll tell you it has nothing to do with the plan that they chose to follow. The single most important part of success comes from great support. You don't stop drinking by going to the bar every night and tempting yourself. And you don't stop eating junk by continuing to hang out with the people who make eating junk easy and fun. My closest people have seen me eat. They've been with me on binges, and by doing our bad habits together, it was that much more normal for me to consume more food than the average human needs in a week in one setting. Change comes not from what you wish and hope for, but from the actions that you take. The best action that you can take is to figure out who you want to be, and then surround yourself with the people who are already living just like that. In the beginning of my journey, I knew I wanted to be someone who joined all the races that happen around Halifax in the summer months. Knowing that, I reached out to my friend who did those races. We signed up for the Blue Nose, and all of a sudden, I had a plan and a support system all at once. I went from taking 4 hours to walk, let's be honest, I basically crawled 10 kilometers, to finishing the 10K total race in 1 hour and 22 minutes. You make this change for you, but you need the support and encouragement of others to keep going. Eventually you want to become your own self-motivator, but that doesn't happen right away. What I've discovered is that talking to strangers is most often more comfortable than talking to your closest friends. You might not be able to share your biggest fears with those who love you. And maybe if you do, they'll enable your bad habits, even though that's not what you need. The people who love you will secretly be terrified that your heart is going to give out as they watch you carry around 400 extra pounds. But then they'll go buy you cookies because they want to make you happy. For me, freedom came when I could go somewhere and share with strangers the truths no one, not even myself, was willing to discuss. If you've been waffling on joining our group or reaching out for support, if you're still thinking that you can do this all on your own, I want to assure you that you can't, and it's time. Change is as hard as moving a mountain, and doing it alone is not only difficult, it isn't healthy. I encourage anyone who's watching this video and living in the HRM to make it out on Monday, October 7th at 6:30. We're in the rec center across from Beasley's Field. We're downstairs in room 103. This will be the perfect time to come since we're going to be starting a quarterly challenge where progress is going to be monitored. And we're also going to be doing our monthly goals. Humans crave community. And if your current company is not helping you be the best version of yourself, maybe it's time to try something else. And maybe this is what it is.